Hello there and welcome to another anime review. Today we take a look at the 6-part original net animation Blame, which was released in 2003, directed by Shintaro Inokawa and produced by Anime Works. I'm a big fan of the cyberpunk genres, as you can tell from my Cowboy Bebop review. So I've read and followed this manga for the longest time now, and a couple of days ago I think I saw a listing of the original net animation in my feed, so of course I had to check it out. The anime is about a wanderer named Kili, who is not exactly human anymore, maybe a cyborg of some sort. He was wandering a cyberpunk world called the City, looking for net terminal genes, some sort of possibly extinct genetic marker that allows humans to access the net sphere, which is the control network that controls the city. However, those are the only things he remembers and nothing from his past. What was good about this anime is the style. The style of the anime is very noirish, which is something that I love, like minimal talking, sweeping backgrounds, hunting music. It reminds me of the recent Ryan Gosling movie Drive. The architecture, buildings, landscape design is massive. Like, the premise of the city is that it's supposed to be some sort of mega structure that eventually covered the earth and even reaches past the moon, so it's huge. It's from one of the main bits of information that I found about the Blame world, apparently it's almost as big as Jupiter now, so yeah, that's huge. The character design remind me a little bit of Ghost in the Shell and Bubblegum Crisis, but distinctly Inokawa style. Like, Inokawa has that very darkish, plain looking character design, but then it's really, like, the lines are really thick, I think. I think he did like a manga for Wolverine, and that's pretty much how his style, like, the only thing I could compare Blame to is if you've ever seen the Matrix side story, Animatrix. If you looked up Detective Story and the Second Renaissance, it's basically a merger of that too, and you'll get the feel of the anime itself. One of the bad things about the anime is that it only covers basically 5% of the manga, maybe even 1%. I don't know if they're ever gonna finish this anime, but since it only covers 1% or 5% of the manga, it doesn't really explain what's going on. Like, even when you first start watching the anime, like, you wouldn't know what's going on. Like, story wise, you wouldn't understand what's happening. And like what I mentioned above, there's minimal dialogue, so if you are not into that, like, there's some action scenes here or there, but then there's like the main character doesn't really talk as much. Some of the supporting character does, but that, like I said, also minimal. The design has a very art house feel to it, so like I said, if you don't like those type of movies, then you probably won't enjoy it this much. And also it's pretty, the pacing is slow. Like, it's not very action oriented. There's only a couple of scenes that's action oriented, but overall it's more like a narrative, or like I said, an art house film. So overall, this OAV is basically for the fans of the manga or the mangaka or even the cyberpunk genre. It's not really your standard shonen fare, and jumping into it head first will leave you more question than answers. This is basically a love letter to the fans out there of the manga. But if you like the genre noir, the noir genre, or the cyberpunk genre, or even old westerns with Clint Eastwood is the Man with No Name series, then you might like this OAV. That can be all for today, folks. As always, click like, add or subscribe, and please leave a comment down below. Would really appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon again.